Welcome to Money Talk JA, where we break down the real numbers behind life and money in Jamaica. Today, we're tackling one of the biggest questions both local and returning Jamaicans from the diaspora keep asking. How much money do you really need to retire comfortably in Jamaica? Because let's be honest, everybody dreams of sipping coconut water by the beach, but nobody wants to be broke while doing it. So in this video, we're diving deep into the real cost of retirement in Jamaica, from rent and healthcare to groceries, lifestyles, and the surprise expenses nobody tells you about. By the end, you'll know exactly how much you need to retire like a boss in paradise. If you want more videos like this from the Money Talk JA channel, please hit that subscribe button right now. It will truly help the channel grow. Plus, you'll be notified when we release more videos like this in the future. First, let's talk about why Jamaica is even on the retirement radar in the first place. It's not just the beaches and sunshine, though those help. It's the slower pace of life, the culture, the food, and the fact that Jamaica is an English-speaking country that's only a short flight away from the US and Canada. For many Jamaicans abroad, coming home for retirement feels like closing the circle. And for foreigners, it's an affordable Caribbean option that still feels familiar. But affordable depends on how you plan to live. Because while you can live here on very little, it doesn't automatically mean that you'll be living comfortably. Comfort in Jamaica is a lifestyle choice, one that comes with its own price tag. Let's start with housing, the biggest cost for most retirees. If you're renting, expect to pay anywhere from about $500 to $1,200 US per month, depending on the area. A one-bedroom apartment in Kingston or Montego Bay can cost about $700 US per month on average. But if you plan to move inland, say Mandeville, St. Elizabeth, or parts of St. Mary, you can find something nice for around $400 to $500 US per month. If you're buying, expect to pay anywhere from about 20 to 60 million Jamaican dollars for a good quality home, depending of course on location and size. Coastal areas like Ocho Rios or Montego Bay comes with premium prices, while rural areas are more budget friendly. Property taxes are relatively low, but building and furnishing costs have gone up sharply in recent years. So that dream villa might be a bigger chunk of your savings than you expect. Next, utilities. Electricity in Jamaica is one of the highest in the Caribbean. Expect to pay about $20,000 to $30,000 Jamaican per month if you're conservative, and up to $50,000 Jamaican if you love your AC. Water bills tend to hover around $3,000 to $7,000 per month, and high-speed internet will set you back about $8,000 to $12,000 per month. So for utilities alone, you're probably looking at around $40,000 to $70,000 per month, which is roughly $250 to $450 US dollars. Some retirees offset this by going solar or using rainwater catchment systems, but these come of course with upfront costs. Now, let's move to groceries and dining. Jamaica's food costs can swing widely depending on your habits. If you eat like a local, buying yams, bananas, chicken, and fresh produce from the market, you can easily survive on $50,000 per month for food. But if you want imported cheese, wines, and name brand snacks from abroad, expect that number to double. Imported goods are expensive because Jamaica imports roughly 70% of its food and products. So your grocery bill might go from 50,000 to 120,000 per month, depending of course on your taste buds. Eating out can also add up. A simple meal for two at a mid-range restaurant costs between $7,000 to $10,000. If you like eating out once or twice per week, that's another $60,000 per month gone just on food. In short, a retiree who cooks most meals at home can live well on around 100,000 Jamaican dollars per month for groceries and the occasional restaurant treat. Transportation is also another major factor. If you own a car, expect gas, insurance, and maintenance to run you around 40,000 to 60,000 Jamaican dollars per month. Gasoline prices fluctuate, but right now, a litre of gas costs around 260 Jamaican dollars. Insurance depends on the vehicle, but expect 70 to 100,000 annually. If you rely on public transport or road taxis, you can keep costs much lower, say around $15,000 to $20,000 per month. But of course, this comes with the occasional adventure, especially if you live outside major towns. Most retirees prefer owning a small, fuel-efficient car just for convenience and safety. Now, healthcare. Jamaica's public healthcare system is technically free, but it's often slow and overcrowded. Most retirees, especially those from abroad, prefer private healthcare or medical insurance. Private health insurance can cost between 20,000 to 50,000 Jamaican per month, depending on your age and the type of coverage. A typical doctor's visit to a private clinic costs about 5,000 to 8,000 Jamaican dollars, while specialist visit can go as high as 15,000 Jamaican dollars. Some retirees opt to travel overseas for major procedures, especially to the US or the Cayman Islands. So it's wise to budget at least 200,000 to 300,000 annually for health-related expenses and emergencies. So let's tally it all up for a mid-range lifestyle. And these figures I'm quoting you are Jamaican figures for the month. Housing, $150,000. Utilities, $50,000. Food, $100,000. Transportation, $40,000. Healthcare, another $40,000. That totals roughly $380,000 per month, or about 2,450 US dollars. That's what I'd call a comfortable lifestyle in Jamaica. Not extravagant, but definitely not struggling. If you prefer luxury living, say beachfront home, imported goods, frequent dining out, you're easily looking at 600 to 800,000 per month, or US $4,000 to $5,200 per month. Now on the flip side, if you're a minimalist or you plan to live in rural Jamaica, you may survive on 200,000 to 250,000 Jamaican dollars per month, which is around 1,300 to 1,600 US dollars. But survive is the key word there, not necessarily comfortable. So, how much money do you actually need to retire comfortably here? Let's assume you're planning for a 25-year retirement. If you spend 380,000 Jamaican dollars per month, that's roughly 4.56 million per year, or around 29,500 US annually. Multiply that by 25 years, and you're looking at roughly 740,000 US dollars over your lifetime, not counting inflation, of course. If you're living a higher end lifestyle, say 50,000 a year, That's 1.25 million over the 25 years. For a simpler life, say around $20,000 US per year, you will need $500,000 US dollars total. So, depending on your comfort level, the realistic range to retire comfortably in Jamaica is between $500,000 and $1 million US dollars. But don't panic. This doesn't mean you need all of that in cash today. If your money is invested and generating even a modest 5% annual return, you'll need less principal upfront. For instance, if you have $600,000 US invested for a 5% return, that generates $30,000 US per year, enough for a comfortable Jamaican lifestyle. Add in government pension, rental income, or small side hustles, and suddenly retirement doesn't look so scary. The key is to have diversified income stream because the Jamaican dollar tends to lose value over time, and inflation can of course sneak up on you. Now, let's talk about the big variables that can make or break your budget. Number one is location. Living in Kingston or Montego Bay will cost you more than living in Mandeville, St. Anne, or Portland. If you want to stretch your dollar, aim for communities like Santa Cruz, Runaway Bay, or parts of Clarendon where housing is cheaper but amenities are still good. Number two is lifestyle. If you import everything, run your AC all day, and you eat out every weekend, you'll burn through money much faster than a jerk pan at Carnival. Number three is healthcare. If you develop chronic conditions that require regular treatments, costs can skyrocket. Number four is emergencies. Hurricanes, flooding, roof repair, even a sudden need to fly overseas. Always keep an emergency fund of at least around, say, $10,000 US dollars aside. And number five is the exchange rate. Right now, $1 US dollar equals about 160 Jamaican dollars, but that could change dramatically over a decade. So always have some savings in US currency or a stable investment vehicle. Let's also address the myth that you can live comfortably in Jamaica on $500 US a month. That's a fantasy. Sure, if you live deep rural, grow your own food, and live ultra basic, maybe you can survive. But comfort, security, and healthcare will be limited. So if you're watching this video, chances are you want comfort, not hardship. So let's keep it real. Comfort in Jamaica starts around $1,800 US a month. That gives you breathing room, quality food, and a few luxuries. If you want to retire like a Don, nice villa, car, weekly dining out, aim for around $3,000 to $4,000 US dollars per month. Now, let's add some practical tips. First, before you commit, spend at least a few months in the area you're thinking about retirement in. Live like you plan to live. Buy groceries. Drive around. Talk to locals. It's the only way to get an authentic picture of costs. Second, research healthcare options early. Some retirees keep dual coverage, Jamaican insurance plus overseas medical. Third, plan for natural disasters. Hurricanes are a part of island life, and insurance coverage can be pricey but necessary. Fourth, think about your community. Isolation is real, so find a neighborhood with friendly people, good infrastructure, and proximity to clinics and markets. And finally, don't underestimate boredom. Retirement in Jamaica isn't just about saving money, it's about building a meaningful lifestyle. Whether that means volunteering, starting a small business, or joining a church group, make sure your retirement includes purpose, not just palm trees. Let's put this all together. If you're planning to retire in Jamaica, your target savings should ideally fall between $500,000 to $1 million US, depending on the life you want. Your monthly budget will likely fall between $300,000 to $800,000 Jamaican dollars, or US $2,000 to $5,000. Keep an emergency fund, invest wisely, and choose your location carefully. The more you localize your lifestyle, the farther your money will go. The more you import foreign habits, the faster it will disappear. So balance is key. In closing, Jamaica can be an incredible place to retire. You get natural beauty, rich culture, and a cost of living that's still lower than North America. But it's not free, and comfort has a price tag. Whether you're a local planning ahead or a member of the diaspora dreaming of coming home, start saving early, invest wisely, and live intentionally. Because retirement isn't about escaping life, it's about finally living it on your terms. Thanks for watching Money Talk JA. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to subscribe and click the video on screen to check out our next episode on how to invest your money wisely right here in Jamaica. Catch you in the next video.